Breakfast with Bricken.
Hello and welcome to Marketing Edge on TV, Nigerians' leading initiative in the business of brand management and in the management of brand business. It is a 30-minute wholesome package that comprises brand news, branding forecasts, and industry conversation, all in a mix encompassing thorough and in-depth, all aimed at promoting the brand idea. I'm Ogali Abikele Mafuru.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
Good to have you back. First on Marketing Edge on TV is brand news, where we bring you the latest developments around brands and in the field of advertising, marketing, and communication in Nigeria and around the globe. Now on brand news.
Thank you. Please, let's appreciate them.
Foremost and leading marketing and advertising publication, Marketing Edge magazine, held its annual Stakeholders Summit and Advertising and Marketing Award of Excellence over the weekend amid pomp and pageantry. The 2-in-1 event, which held at the prestigious Arbor Point Hall, drew an array of highly distinguished personalities, industry stalwarts, and government functionaries. The summit, which held earlier in the day, had as theme Technological Explosion in the Digital Age, Imperatives for the Marketing Communications Industry. Lead speakers at the event, Mr. Emeka Okeke, Group MD, CEO, Media Fuse International, and Mrs. Tolulope Adedeji, Marketing Director, AB InBev, stressed the need for marketing communication professionals to incorporate technology in their marketing strategies for operational efficiency.
It's not as if we haven't had data in the past. We've had data, but simply the sheer trove of data we have today from different, all over the place, makes it imperative that we must adopt and deploy technology to get a sense of what is going on around us. What has technology done? From live events with limited coverage area, ad slots are limited and highly regulated. From human effigies on the streets, what do we see today in brand activation? You have augmented reality, you have virtual reality, you have metaverse, to the point that today we have hybrid events and activation and experiences, which combines the physical with the virtual realities. So brand experiences that you do today on the street, that you don't have a layer of technology, my brother, you're as good as a dinosaur.
Many of us generate data on a daily basis from our customer records, but what do you do with that data? And I put it to you, many brands here today, your brands are being consumed by millions of people every month. Your brand can actually make a much bigger impact in a society than you can imagine. It's high time we went from just selling to people, marketing to them, making them buy stuff, but thinking about how can your campaigns bring your brand purpose to life? How can you use your brands to solve problems that consumers are facing today through the campaigns that you run, such that it makes an impact beyond just, I've done adverts, I've done a TV campaign, right? So something to think about and start to think of examples. The world has really, really changed. Voice is huge now. In the olden days, the only voice we knew about was radio, right? Radio ads, radio copy. But these days, everybody is a podcaster. All you need is a microphone and a point of view. And these days, everybody has a point of view on anything. Young people are starting podcasts. Your brands, are they there? Are they there in the right places? Are they plugged into the right podcast? We know voice search platforms like Siri, like Alexa, but the world has even gone beyond that.
We will be talking about tech explosion in the digital age, the imperatives for the IMC industry.
In a panel session, some marketing professionals gave deep insights into the theme of the summit.
If you look at the trend in top marketing companies, and I'm talking marketing companies, not marketing communication industry, they are beginning to have their own creative departments where they bring the best of resources from advertising agencies and they put them and try to drive them to develop their own unique products and services. So if we continually be on that journey as it is, there will be a come down to what I call the way business is. The only way to do that is, first of all, one, look at where the trends are going naturally. What are customers, which are agencies' clients, what are they interested in? They're interested in getting the attention of the consumers. And why is that? Because they need them to buy their products and services. And the only way to do that these days using technology is to behave and act like a platform. Therefore, the agency must transform as a platform.
The job of technology really is to disrupt, whether we like it or not. So it's also happening in the marketing space. Today, one person without even a billboard could literally own all the billboards. And it's a very simple play. All you need is an ad server for all the billboards that exist, all the digital billboards. One person, one young guy who doesn't know. There's something about founding a business. When you don't know the limitations, you don't know the problems. You don't have that sector problem, we can't do this mentality, that fear. That one person will come, create an ad server for all the billboards and take it over. And then all of us in the sector will start to, yes, and we would all bow before that person's throne. It's happening in banking today.
Technology itself gives us all the insights today. It gives us all the insights. It enables us to really personalize our activities. It enables us to better integrate the choices, the options that we have. And at the end of the day, today's consumer is looking into something made specifically for me. I want to be spoken to on whatever platform and feel special. I want to feel that I'm the only one that exists. So without the support of your agencies, your digital agencies, technology-led initiatives that they give you, how are you going to survive?
Technology, in terms of marketing, appeals to the sense of individual, and it uses some of the things that you love. Now, moving from the availability of the phone in your hand to the kind of content you want to see, and then the kind of things you want to see from your brand. And technology has moved that. Before, you probably need to see, you need to be influenced by an advert that is on TV, or you get influenced by an advert that is on billboard. But right now, you get influenced by somebody you trust.
Technology has created new industries by itself. Forget about the application itself. It's created new industries. But that's not even the one that I like. I like the way you see disruption. The ability to encourage you to think outside of the box. I'm now hearing all sorts of technological innovations that put the world upside down. They force you to think the other way backwards. And I'm liking it, even at this age. I'm liking it. Because I'm saying to myself, those are the various ways in which we can play to it. As good marketing people, we should love change. Because change causes flux. And the flux gives the opportunity for us to rearrange ourselves in the market.
His Excellency, Mr. Governor of
The award event was graced with the presence of some political icons. Lagos State Governor Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, represented by Mr. Olumide Shongole, and Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun, who was represented by Mr. Waheed Odusile. It also witnessed a roll call of various awards recognitions among industry players and achievers who have distinguished themselves in the industry.
the brand personality of the year,
We're so excited. Thank you, Marketing Edge. You guys have been amazing. It's always nice to be recognized for the work you do. So we are very excited and we're really, really honored about this award. Thank you.
Very proud. We're working very, very hard. I'd like to thank all the nominees as well. So thank you very much.
Our plan, our strategy is in progress. We went from creativity to growth. We first established our foundation and now we're on our next stage. And to know that the industry actually recognizing what we have strategically planned, it's a good thing. We're happy.
Inspired, encouraged, motivated, and great.
I've come to join Marketing Edge in celebrating 10 years of rewarding marketing excellence in Nigeria. I remember the early days when the award started, and I'm so happy that year on year the marketing excellence is being celebrated. And to clock 10 years is not a small thing. So I want to congratulate Marketing Edge for the excellent work and for the consistency and improvement that we see progressively in the award. More importantly, also to celebrate the brands.
I feel so excited, I feel so elated, and I'm glad that the way we are planning it, God has made it to happen. It is happening big time. Early in the day today, we had a very robust industry conversation, and this evening we are also having a very fantastic brand show. And the way I can call it is that a galaxy of brands are in attendance, and most of those who matter in the industry, they are here with us to celebrate what we're doing. And we are celebrating excellence, we are celebrating creativity, we are celebrating professionalism. And as Marketing Edge magazine, we shall continue to promote the brand idea through awareness creation and expanding the frontiers of marketing and advertising knowledge. We thank the industry for accepting us, we thank the industry for supporting us, and we shall not relent to what we'll be doing.
Well, that was brand news. Next is brand in focus after this break.
Where is Glory? Excuse me, ma'am.
Hello! Oh, where Glow now?
I dey here.
Glow don't go village. Tell all our customer abi.
Everybody pay attention. See, now Glow berekete 10x. Now him I dey take tension my customers. Now him they dash me 10 times the credits when I load. Or even sama me double data join.
Yeah. Wait, so with 1.5 when they give all of us, so you dey enjoy up to
15,000 naira credit and data. And I say I never finish you. See, now say if you enjoy, if you not join Glow berekete 10x. Una go get 1,000 naira welcome credit. You just carry your phone, dial *777#. Finish.
Glow, you don't win. Una see they here. Hello, please, I'm looking for Glow. Please save now Glow we dey find. Now Glow we dey go. Okay, so
enjoy 10 times the value of your recharge on Glow berekete 10x. You also get 1,000 naira for calls and data and double data bonus on your subscription. Every day, life presents hopes, dreams, and challenges. Challenges that can become successes with a little help. Because a little help can empower you to go from despair to celebration. A little help can keep you going until the race is won. A little help can turn bundles of anxiety into a bundle of joy. And with Glow Data, you get much more than just a little help. You get the biggest data deals in town to make every day glow with small wins and big wins. Dial *777# to select your Glow Data plan.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Now on brand in focus. The entire concept of consumer behavior is taking a new dimension. I mean, change is constant, but the evolution of consumers is now accelerated by technology. Internet proliferation has exploded and has led to a massive transformation in an incredibly short period of time. There has been a shift in power from the marketer to the consumer, suggesting a new form of relationship between the consumer and brands. It is an evolution that has continued to have a profound impact on shopping trends, retailers' relationship with consumers, operations, and beyond. First, we saw the rise of the connected consumers, those who demanded the ability to engage with brands when they wanted, no matter where they happened to be. Companies responded by investing in e-commerce, moving into social media and mobile, providing a first glimpse of the omnichannel world, which allows the consumer to shop anytime, anywhere, and any way they want. In this present age and times, consumers are no longer that passive audience who consume just anything as relates to all brands' messages. Now consumers are discerning. They are producers, active, daring, and are demanding more from brands. Brands are no longer the sole custodians of their messages. Consumers now discuss brands in their focus groups, chats, and all. They make purchase decisions after exhaustive product research, online price comparison, talking with their networks online and face-to-face before making a purchase. Consumers today are empowered, smart, and incredibly rational. They are more and better exposed to an avalanche of information on brands. They demand flexibility and personalized attention after a purchase is made. Trends and culture are evolving, and it is changing consumer behavior as well. With a current worldwide estimated population of 7.8 billion, broadband research revealed that approximately 4.93 billion people have access and use the internet frequently. And looking ahead, there will be about 6 billion internet users this year, 75% of the projected world population of 8 billion, according to statistics from Cybersecurity Ventures. Evolving consumer behavior is an opportunity for businesses to rethink strategy and reevaluate the operational model in line with the rapidly changing business environment. Brands must continue to evolve with the consumer to stay relevant and achieve their marketing objectives. They must align their messages with the expectations and desires of their consumers. To be in the mind of the digital consumer, brands must know the consumer's digital footprints, their daily routine, in order to meet them at their touch points. Marketers are leveraging internet advertising to achieve their marketing goals, which is evident in the rise of social media bloggers, growing trends of influencer marketing, growing demand for e-commerce and social commerce accelerated by the pandemic. Entertainment marketing is gaining more traction among brands. Since the attention lifespan of consumers is fleeting, embedding humor, games and skits in advertising messages will attract more engagement, which can lead to patronage and brand equity. Well, that was branding focused. Next is industry conversation, where we have interactions with distinguished personalities who have made great impact in the business of brand management. Well, this week we have with us the Managing Director of Starcom Media Perspectives, Mr. JUDE Odia, after this break.
Every day, life presents hopes, dreams, and challenges. Challenges that can become successes with a little help. Because a little help can empower you to go from despair to celebration. A little help can keep you going until the race is won. A little help can turn bundles of anxiety into a bundle of joy. And with Glow Data, you get much more than just a little help. You get the biggest data deals in town to make every day glow with small wins and big wins. Dial *777# to select your Glow Data plan.
Where is Glory?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Glow! Oh, where Glow now?
I dare here.
No, Glow, don't go village. Tell all our customer abi.
Everybody pay attention. See, now Glow berekete 10x. Now him I they take tension my customers. Now they dash me 10 times the credits when I load. Or even summer me double data join.
Yeah. Wait, so with 1.5 when they give all of us, so you they enjoy up to 15,000 naira credit and data.
And I say I never finish you. See, when I say if we enjoy, if I join Glow berekete 10x, when I go get 1,000 naira welcome credits, you just carry your phone, dial *777#. Finish.
Glow, you don't win. Una see they here. Hello, please, I'm looking for Glow. Please save now Glow with they fine. Now Glow with they go. Okay, so
enjoy 10 times the value of your recharge on Glow Berekete 10X. You also get 1,000 naira for calls and data and double data bonus on your subscription.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Hello and welcome to Industry Conversation, a segment on Marketing Edge on TV where we have interactions with distinguished personalities who have made great impact in the strategic positioning and promotion of brands. But this week we have with us the Managing Director of Starcom Media Perspectives, Mr. Jude ODIA. You're welcome to Industry Conversation.
Thank you once again. Thanks.
Great to have you again. The last time
so
was awesome, and I hope that we'll have a great time in this interview.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure is mine. The world has changed so much in the last 2 years. In your perspective, do you think the advertising industry is doing enough to be at par with the fast-changing world?
Advertising, maybe let's dimension it. Advertising from global perspective, advertising from local perspectives. I think the one thing that really fundamentally reshaped our advertising is technology. It's internet and the possibilities around the internet. So you start hearing some 2-3 years ago, we're hearing blockchain, AI, now it's metaverse. Globally, they are in terms of response, their practice there is responding faster to this kind of evolution in technological advancements for obvious reasons. They are more matured in terms of the back-end technological frameworks. And in terms of skill sets, I think they're also heads ahead. But we're, as a market, we are trying. Within the available hard and software in and around Nigeria, advertising practice and practitioners are bracing up to the realities. And I want to say that as things rev up in terms of regulation, in terms of sectorial bodies, in terms of scaling up capabilities, we'll be seeing some faster moves in order to embrace technology and bring it home to advertising in Nigeria.
Okay. Now, aside the fact that we're beginning to experience a rapid adoption of technology, like you just highlighted, what other major shift can you identify in the industry?
For me, that's locally, you mean?
Yes, locally in Nigeria.
Locally, of course, we've seen the maturity and the globalization of our music. Nigerian music is a pride of the world right now. In terms of equity, monetized, I think in 2025, our music equity will be worth billions of dollars. Our music is Afrobeat specifically. It's now the global pride, played across the big Broad Street, Wall Street, or the big clubs in the world have accepted our music. So, same thing with Nollywood. Maybe not at the same pace, but I think they're also trying. The way they are beginning to put a lot of rigor in the production, in the telling of my African stories is commendable. The creativity and craft, put into it, it's an intelligent way to sell Africa and Nigeria particularly.
Okay.
Now, the important thing is advertising must begin to creatively leverage these two platforms I've just told you now, because at the center of these two things is culture, and you are best when you're original, Our advertising must be originally and authentically Nigerian and African. That's the best way we can sell or we can have an export value. You can't be more white than the white. You can't be more brown than the brown. You can only be, you can only be more African than any other person. So our advertising needs to look at music and see how they can use music to bring that renaissance in our advertising. Same thing with movies. And begin to craft real global advertising concepts and ideas that can go global, even if it's locally made. That for me is the new thing we need to leverage on, because music did it in a way that is even unstructured. So we don't need to really have so much structure in our industry to do it. If movies and music can do it, advertising can ride on the same and leverage it effectively.
Okay. So what's the place of storytelling in connecting, to the new age consumer? We understand that the times are also experiencing a rapid evolution of the consumer. So where is the place of, storytelling to adequately connect, to the consumer in this age and time?
New studies are showing that consumer retentive span is dropping, all right? Showing that on average, a typical consumer sees nothing less than 1,000+ videos in a day. I mean, audios in thousands. So the question is, how can you effectively connect to this guy that has fragmented media all around him? Especially when you now add the social media, the blogs, and all of that. The only solution to it is storytelling. The ability to tell people difficult things in simple story-like formats. And I believe that Africans can only be best in storytelling. I think story is first our endowment. We should tell stories more than the whites, okay? Because we all, growing up, had this storytelling as more like as an inheritance that we got from our fathers and all of that. So let's go back to those kind of times where we begin to tell our advertising in story formats. That is the only way people can really be engaged, and they can see or watch your ads without any consideration to time, because you're telling it in a story format. And what I say is this: the best way to look at it is to see from a serialized format. So you mustn't tell a long story in a short period trying to squeeze in everything. Serialize it. People are ready to watch series 1,000 times if only the story is compelling and is told in a way that it can drive curiosity for consumers.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Well, that's it on Marketing Edge on TV this week. Do well to join us same time next week for another interactive time. I'm Ogali Abikele Mafuru. See you again.
Information is power, information is security, information is knowledge. On Labor Lens, we believe that working people around the world have real questions of their own. They want to know how the world of work operates, what it means to the employer of labor, how policies affect workers in the workplace. On Labor Lens, I ensure we engage effectively the organized labor, organized private sector, and government to get out of them information workers are in need of. I am Sharon Ijason, asking questions that make you get sense of the workplace.
The TVC News at 7 and the TVC News at 10 are not like any other news broadcast.
It's the big news hour, the hour for the big breaking stories.
We've got some of the best reporters on the field,
taking you through as it happens.
It's fast-paced, hard-hitting,
with investigations that matter.
bringing in news that affects your life.
With sport, entertainment and business news so you don't miss a thing.
Experience resourceful coverage with depth.
Every night.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
at TVISN